I'm rambling. Marco, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Marco, welcome to the Super Show. It's good to see
Thank
you
you.
again.
Thanks, Alex. You have been working a lot on this. It's really, really awesome to be back here. And well, yes. First of all, I'm panicking, but it's okay.
A
You're
little panic is
panicking. Oh
good.
no.
Yes. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're playing a super preview of a new version of the game. We tested it at the office, but it's like the first time it gets played live, so I'm kind of
This is
terrified.
the first
but
time
it's gonna-
ever?
Yes.
Oh
Well,
no,
then
okay.
We can look forward to breaking it to pieces.
Yes.
Yes. No, please do, because we have to fix it if it's broken. Because we're gonna release this patch in early access in a few days. So yes, break it so we can fix it, please.
All right. I'm going to plug in my controller here because I forgot to do that. Whoopsie beforehand. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, I was... so I gotta come clean here. I did not know about Super Cane Magic Zero Legend of the Cane Cane prior to the Indie Dev Super Show, which is
Ooh,
exciting.
I'm doing my job.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, so it was really cool to be like, what is this game? I've never heard of it. I'm so excited. And I was playing this game last night because I wanted to do my due diligence, and this game sucked me in for like an hour, right? I was like staying up late. I'm like, oh god, I gotta download and test all these games to make sure I don't look like an idiot on the show tomorrow. Joke's on me, I still look like an idiot. But I'm playing this game like, yeah, I should just not go to sleep and just keep playing this game. And then like midnight rolled around, 12:30 rolled around. I'm like, yeah, this is great. I want to keep playing this game. So thank you for ruining my sleep schedule, Marco. Thank you for that.
Oh, it's okay. The game is designed for that, so it's working. No, just kidding.
So I'm gonna. It is dedicated to. Oh yeah, look at all these characters. Who do I wanna? I wanna be. Laser Grandpa. He's my boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is oh, look at him. Yeah.
He's based on a popular Italian comic book artist, but basically no one knows him in the rest of the world because it's a very, very local kind of stuff.
Oh,
So-
what is the name? What is his name? Are you allowed to say who the comic artist is?
Yes. He is named CEO, and he has a pretty huge YouTube channel in Italy. I think he has almost 2 million subscribers.
Wow.
But only in the Italian community. So we have this game that has been basically crowdfunded in an Italian community for crowdfunding that is called Epela. And we started from there. And one of the biggest challenges of this project is basically getting this game out to the rest of the world, because this is a very, very strange kind of world. So that's the challenge we're tackling right now. And it's with the game in early access, with the story not ready yet because we are still developing it, is kind of a challenging moment for us from a marketing standpoint. We have to understand how can we make this characters, this world tick to an international audience, because some of the jokes are very, they work really well in Italian, but how can we get them proper in English? So there's a lot of layers that we're trying to understand and improve with the help of the community and in early access too.
Yeah, I wanted to just highlight quickly some of the things that people in chat are saying. They're saying they're getting shades of Castle Crashers in here, and I think that's fair. The same kind of like hand-drawn idea, not the same art, but it's this very hand-drawn, everything fitting together. And yeah, that lava looks incredible. I forgot who in chat was saying it, but yeah, that lava looks so good. Oh, man.
Like the fifth iteration of a lava shader.
Well, you are done. You just ship it. That is some good. That is some A+ lava right there.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Well,
I guess
lava plays a super important role in our game, so we have to get it right.
the trailer highlights swimming in lava. So, whoa, I had a giant 10 there for a second.
You can swim in lava, but only with the proper gear. And actually, in the story mode that we're still developing right now, and you found a bug, but I've seen it. I'm seeing it delayed, like in.
Oh yeah. You're seeing everything.
Anyway, yes, and no, in the story mode, we're gonna have a nice feature that is basically that we call belief system. The belief system is basically if the character believes something silly, like that he can swim on lava without being burned, then he becomes able to do that. And there are. Yes, so you're gonna go around in this game world finding all these strange characters, and they tell you the strangest things, and you can decide if you believe that thing, and if you do, that thing becomes real.
I have explosive Pokeball mans now, and these are the capturable monster balls.
Yes, this is the ugly monster. It's totally not a Pokeball.
Oh, this. So I didn't see these in my first run, but these dudes are the best. Oh my god. The Seeker, can you eat chests? I believe you can eat anything you can pick up in this game. Is that?
Yes. Something is healthy, something is not that healthy. For instance, I usually do eat chests in my life, but I have a very specific diet. I don't know if you do that.
Well, I ate what I thought was an orange. It turned out to be a grenade of some variety. Whoops. Cool. Yeah. Asks if you're the dev from Cider Arcade.
Yes, I am.
How did I not know that? I don't want to get too far off topic here, but that game is super cool. So.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
I mean, so it's okay. It's alright. We don't want to get.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's our first game. It's okay. No, it has been the first game of the studio, and so yeah, we're pretty happy with it, even if it's his limitation of being old and the first project we did.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, if that's your first game, you're not doing too badly.
Cider Arcade was actually in the Indie Dev Supershow a while ago, and that's how I met Marco.
Yeah. When we were back when it was called the Greenlight Super Show, I think.
Yeah, it was the very first one.
The very first one, yes. Yeah, Alex helped us a lot. We were just a new team with that new game, and that was super helpful to get in touch with the international community. Because from Italy, I mean, there's a lot of distance.
Oh no, my ugly dudes just ran into the lava drink.
Yes, that's supposed to happen.
No, why would you give me those dudes and take them away? No. But I love them.
One of the things we're working on is to improve the enemy AIs, and right now that bridge there, it's basically the without going too technical, the nav mesh, so the structure that makes enemy walk in proper places or not is not working because it sees the bridge like an obstacle instead of a bridge. So yeah, we have to fix that thing.
Dang, you broke my heart. That ugly dude is like, I think
I'm sorry.
Ugly Monster, I think you said, is like my favorite dude right now. Yeah. All right, I gotta snack on some apples here. I'm getting damaged.
Marco, you can play this with how many people?
4 people in local multiplayer.
Okay, so local.
Only local. Yeah, I would have loved to have online multiplayer, but we have to be very careful with the budget of this game. So
right. Yeah, as soon as you add in online anything, it gets very complicated.
Oh,
yes. And so who knows? Maybe if he's a huge success when we release it on the final version, maybe my co-workers are gonna kill me from that for what I just said. But we would love to do that upgrade. But right now it's completely out of our league. So it's gonna be 4 players only in local multiplayer for now, at least.
More importantly, your boy got more ugly dudes, so
yes,
that's what's important. I love those ugly dudes. Man, yeah. So you mentioned a little bit about the schedule here. How long have you been working on this, and when can people throw money at you?
Okay, so we've been working on this version of the game for about 1.5 years right now, and we hope to release this game by the full version before the end of this year. And you can throw money at us right now because it's in early access. So if you want to help,
perfect.
if you want to, yes, if you want to help us develop the game, improve the features, and maybe even get that multiplayer, maybe.
Is this a tiny Japan laying on the ground? Like, did I just pick up a tiny? Can I eat Japan?
Tiny Japan, yes. This is one thing that comes from the comic book artist background. He's been living in Japan for a few years. I mean, now he's back in Italy, but he lived in Japan for, I think, 3 years. He was like an Italian and English teacher in Japan. And so many of his fans follow him since its very beginning. And he was still in Japan when he started becoming popular on YouTube. And so there's when he decided to come back to Italy, before leaving Japan, he took one of his best friends and they did a bike trip of the whole Japan.
Whoa!
So it's very it is all documented in his YouTube channel. So it's a huge part of the fan base culture. The Japan thing. So we wanted a tiny Japan to throw around in this game.
Jeez. Yeah, and Japan is insufferably hot, so I can only imagine how rough that was. Yeah, that's nuts. Sorry, I feel like I've been ignoring chat. Chat, if you have questions that you want to ask, now is your chance. Oh, look at these fun facts here on this menu. This game is like perfectly my speed. It's got jokes in it. It's got loading bars. This is fantastic. Yeah, so how long are y'all planning on staying in early access for?
Until it's ready.
Yeah, okay.
Until we feel the game is good enough. And that's tricky. My dream would be no more than 6 to 8 months. I mean, from now to 6 to 8 months. But the thing is, the game is now lacks the full story mode, which is basically one of the most important parts of the game. So until we are ready with that, the game is not finished. So we cannot release a full version.
Damn, my little dog bones got up on top of the thing.
So I'm curious because you're saying that this is kind of the art style is the same as this cartoon artist.
Yep.
Like he does comics. Did you actually work with him directly, or is this kind of somebody?
Yes.
Yeah.
We basically we designed the whole art production pipeline. Forgive me for these ugly words, but to allow me and CEO, the artist, to work together basically seamlessly. Because I mean, we really wanted the art to be genuine. I mean, not me drawing CEO stuff, because he has this very distinctive cartoon style, and it's very, very hard to get it right. I mean, there are a few things that I have drawn instead of CEO, like all the backgrounds, but the characters are all have all been drawn by CEO, and but we created basically a three-dimensional puppet that hopefully you are not able to see because it's designed to look bidimensional. So he basically draws on top of all these small parts, and they become the modular characters that create the whole game. So this is how we intend to preserve the art style the best possible way.
That's amazing. Wow. So did he get to like have a lot of conversation with you, and did he have like direction with how the game itself ended up? Yeah.
Yes, it's basically it's like we are having two art directors. He is the final. He takes most of the final decisions on the on the story, on how the character should look, because it's of course his own stuff, so it has to look genuine. And I'm working more on the game design part and the environment design part. So most of the environment is my work because, I didn't even introduce myself anyways. I'm the game designer and artist of Studio Evil, and only artist, sadly.
Oh.
But so yeah, I tend to take more decisions relevant to how the game world is designed, while CEO has more works on the narrative and the characters and all the jokes, because they have to be, the right jokes to be, because they have to be like in his comics, so he has to write them, not me.
Oh. If those bananas are to scale, the player's super tiny. There's giant bananas. Yeah, sorry, I'm just, chat is just getting, this game is, there are jokes in here. I was like, I was rolling the whole time you were talking because of the early access joke here. Like, this is a straight video game, y'all. Like, this is great. I'm having a good time. So, you mentioned it a little bit before, but how did you get involved with CEO? Like, what was that process like? Did you just like
It
like
was
their
a
stuff,
very.
or...
We were his fans. Like we have been following him from basically the beginning of his YouTube career, because we were basically his fans. And we always wanted to work with some other Italian creative guy to build something special. But then something very, very strange actually happened, because there is a huge comic book fair in Italy. Think basically Comic-Con, just to understand what kind of thing we're talking about. It's one of the biggest in Europe, and it's called Lucca Comics and Games. And so we basically, as an indie studio, we bought a booth for to show Sad Arcade, basically.
Okay.
At this comic book fair. And when we did that, we were contacted by the organization. They were saying, "Hey, we're trying to launch a few projects to help the Italian community of game developers." We're, what? Okay, awesome. What are we talking about exactly? Why don't you do a crowdfunding? And we were like, no, wait, we need an idea first.
Why don't you just go and ask for money? Like, what? No. Oh, God. I got by the explosive apples again.
So the thing was, we were at the beginning. We were like, no, how can we do a crowdfunding without a great idea? There has to be something good, something that people want, that we want to create. And then we kind of, why don't we find a comic book artist, someone that we love, and see if we can do something together for real? And so it was kind of a rushed thing at the beginning. We were like, okay, what do we do? It's a nice opportunity, but what do we do? How do we make it real and genuine, not something we made up just for money, because that's not how it works. And so yeah, we contacted CEO. He was still in Japan. I still remember our first Skype call. It was like in a Starbucks. Because he was basically about to start the Japan tour with the bicycle, and so he was like, "Okay, yes, we're you guys, and yeah, we're a game company. Do you want to make a game?" Yes, that's basically it. And he was like, "What? Are you crazy?" No. And then we explained him who we were and what we actually wanted to do, and he is a huge Zelda fan and video game fan. So he was like, "It actually might be something I want to do. Let's talk when I come back to Italy." And then he came back a couple of months after, and yeah, we liked each other, and we started this endeavor.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up Zelda, because this plays like kind of similarly to the recent Triforce Heroes. If anybody in chat is, I keep eating croissants that blow me up. If anybody is like curious about how it plays, yet doesn't want to buy it for some reason. So there we are. We're doing some breakdowns for everybody. But yeah, that's oh god.
Just a little hint. When you eat something, if the character does a strange face, like with the warning signs on top of it, it means he's not gonna like what he's gonna eat.
So do all the characters have like different?
Yes. For instance, if you unlock the Studio Evil mascot, he is like a devil, so he doesn't want to eat vegetables, and he just
of course
things that are made of meat or fire, and he can also eat other characters, but only when he is really pissed off. So
I love that the devil doesn't want to eat his vegetables.
no, and if he does, he gets hurt. I mean, it just you can't eat bananas or things that are not meat or fire when you're using the Studio Evil mascot, basically.
So do the characters have any other kind of like, I guess, unique traits to them? Like, does Laser Grandpa do something else, or does he just not like croissants? Is that why he can't eat them?
No. Every character has a passive special ability and an active special ability. And right now, it's not very clear because we still have to work a lot on the game interface. But basically, when you pick up those glowing, strange orbs, and you eat them, you get one supercharge. There's a small number close to your health bar. You see the little 2. This is what I'm seeing. Okay, so if you press, are you playing with a controller now, right?
Yeah.
If you press the left button, just above the left trigger.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When it comes to translating the name of the buttons in the controller in another language, I panic all the time.
Oh, it doesn't make sense in English either, so don't worry too much about it. We got like 6 different lefts on the controller.
So if you press the button, every character has a special ability. So for instance, Laser Gramps, he shoots lasers basically. Well, the Studio so the Studio Evil mascot, he can eat people. Everyone gets his special ability, basically. And on top of that, there is the passive ability, which is every character has a different small boost to some of the basic stats. So I think Laser Gramps has his passive ability is that when you eat superpower orb, you can get double the extra charges. While other, for instance, there's another character which is CO. So if you unlock the author himself in the game, CO basically increases all stats of the other player. So he makes everyone happy.
Okay.
So and every character has this small power. And as soon as we finish building the interfaces, they should be more clear and more understandable to players.
I can already tell this is going to become a regular thing in my house for everybody to jump in and play some of this. It's I feel like I don't have that many interesting things to say about this game because I'm just like, yeah, this is great, I love it, this is real fun, this is good.
Spencer, is Phil around?
So Phil right now is not up yet.
He's still sleeping.
Yeah, so Phil, his day job is at IGN.com. A video game place. You may have heard of it. So he was working a bit late last night. So hopefully he should be here in a minute. But yeah, I would
just love to see what it's like with 2 players.
To see the shenanigans possible with multiple people. Yeah.
It gets pretty intense with multiple players, and that's basically designed to be that way. It is designed to be a very fast and chaotic kind of cooperative experience.
I feel like this game is a hot mess in like the best sense of the word. Like everything is just kind of ridiculous and over the top. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Although I am upset that you're making me kill volcano puppies. That's the
yeah. I know. I'm really sorry. That is not awesome.
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. Oh.
Yes, I know.
Well, so this is early access. What kind of? Oh god. What do you still want to add to the game? Like what? What is missing?
it's missing right now. We wanna. I mean, the main thing that is missing is the story mode. It's the most important part that is missing. But one thing that we want to work very seriously on is improve the overall progression of the RPG part. Let's call it that way. So. When you find some item for your character, so maybe an armor or a hat or something like that, it has to be more significant. Right now, it works, but we feel that it's too much on the, let's say, grind fest kind of direction. It's kind of okay because our reference here are of course RPG games. Our RPG games are about getting, one of the things that you do in RPG games is get better gear, okay? But we don't want that to be boring. It has to be interesting. You have to get something that is not just +2 to velocity or strength or whatever. We want it to be just a little bit more interesting. So we want items to do things that are fun, things that are interesting, and so on. So this is something we want to work on. And another thing is improve the audio by adding more music and stuff like that. So there's a lot of work to do.
Guys, I got a game over. I feel like the biggest failure.
Aww.
I feel like the biggest failure. I did get a walking taiyaki though, so it's still a good day regardless.
And we have to balance the game properly.
I mean, yeah. I wasn't dumb and bad. It just happened. It was the game's fault, right? It was.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, let's see if we can run through a little bit more of this here. Yeah. So, chat, if y'all have any questions, let me know. Let me know what's up. We were talking earlier about explosive croissants. Like it's yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to get through this and get back to the. Stop talking to me, man. God. I'm just mashing on buttons, and it's. Ooh, those are explosive foods. Homeboy doesn't like that. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I got some rocks now. I got a hat made out of rocks. This is the best day.
We have to put a small cooldown maybe on talking to people because you can get like toll clocked.
Wait, the bananas are boomerangs?
Yes.
Repeatedly eating bombs had nothing to do with my failure. Thank you, Seeker, for acknowledging the truth of my bombs.
Oh, User Terminated is asking what engine you used.
This game is built using Unity 3D. So it's Unity 3D.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
I missed, yeah. No, Unity 3. We built the first version of CyberArcade with Unity 3, and we're still suffering.
I was gonna say, if you can make this come out of Unity 3, you're some kind of wizard. Like that's impressive. But yeah, Unity 3D is a little bit different.
I think did they do away with the actually like saying the 3D part now that they have so much 2D integration?
I don't know. It's still. I mean, isn't the domain still unity3d.com? I don't know. I don't know. I always don't know how to call the engine. It's called Unity or Unity 3D. It's. I don't know. But it's what we use to make a living, so we love it. We love it very much. And so yeah, the whole game is designed to look as bidimensional as possible, but it's actually a full three-dimensional game. So everything is 3D.
Wow. Yeah, that's really impressive. AC Wraith wanted to elaborate. Are you using Unity 4X or suffering the ups and downs of Unity 5X?
No. We're using Unity, the latest version of Unity 5X.
Okay.
It's working pretty good.
Very well.
Have you been updating as you go with the Unity versions?
Yeah,
because sometimes they are very stressful.
We are insane. we like the risk. We like.
Oh jeez, that's very much in line with the spirit of the game, though.
No, we update. We try to keep the game updated. Also because when you're also trying to work on consoles part, usually they. I mean, you want to use the latest update for the consoles version. So it's. I don't even know if I can say that, but I did it already. So okay.
So, Seeker in chat has discovered the logic to this game's universe, that anything bent will boomerang. Because I boomeranged Japan, exactly. I can boomerang sevens, that was our hypothesis, which has... We've done some science here today, folks. So you can go home, call up your mama, and be like, Mama, I did some science today, I'm learning stuff, video games. Mango Tango Fox wants to know what the 0 stands for at the end of the title.
We wanted it to sound a little like an old school Japanese game, and 0 was super perfect.
Okay.
That's the actual reason.
So when do I get to meet the cane stealing dog? When does that happen?
In the story mode that we are still building.
Well, I was promised dogs.
Yes, I know. I know. This is very, very not cool. No, yeah, we're working very hard on it, but it's. I mean, it's as game developers, building a story-based video game is basically the first time we do that, and it's complicated. So we're trying to get it right, and to get things right, you have to make a lot of mistakes.
Are you trying to tell me that it's hard to make a video game?
Yes.
What? Whoa.
Or maybe I just suck a lot, but it's very hard to get the story right, to get the jokes right in a way they work in different languages, and but they are still true to the the original comics.
Seeker,
So
I can
yes.
confirm that feet do not work as boomerangs. So, Predator also
that's probably a missed opportunity. But
I want this bikini top. How do I get this? I don't have enough money. When's Grandpa gonna put on his bikini? He's gotta get beach body ready. Yeah, this game is real silly and I'm enjoying it. Cubed watermelon. This game has everything. Yeah. Uh-oh. Phil is awake and in chat. We have discovered a Phil, so Phil may join us here in a bit, if he wants. Yeah. It's not like he'd be disappointing everybody if he stayed away. You know. Alright, so let's see if I can manage to throw this rock on top of this platform. Is this a tiny, mini fridge? What's going on here? Oh, man.
yes, that's a mini fridge.
Perfect.
It was just me lagging with the video. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
that's a mini fridge. And so it's supposed to contain stuff that you can eat. And oh yeah, one of the things we have to do yet is to build a shader that lets you see through walls when you walk in southern walls of the rooms. Because right now you get hidden, and it's not good.
No bueno. Oh god, I've gotten into one of these murder rooms. I gotta arrange this. So when are you thinking you're gonna be at early access? When do you think you're gonna 1.0 this thing and get on your way?
Probably I don't know, after summer.
Okay.
I really hope. I would love to be before that, but it's gonna be very hard because we have to on our side, I mean Studio Evil side, we have to finish all the stuff that is missing, and on the CO side, I mean the comic book artist, his popularity really exploded this last year. So his schedule is getting very, very, very complex to work with. So it's hard to predict the exact moment where we can deliver that. I mean, on our side, it's hard to know when you have finished with a game, with building a game as a game developer. And on the other side, he has a very, very tight schedule on his own, the CEO. So it's this combo of of things make it very hard to predict when we can actually finish this game.
Ooh, yeah. Well, as long as you're updating, I think you're probably fine. I don't think anybody will get too grumpy.
Yeah.
What's the update schedule look like? Like, do you guys update frequently, semi-frequently, infrequently?
We used to update very frequently at the beginning, but those last two updates, the 12 and the 13, they took a couple of months each, which is not optimal. We want to improve that, but the fact was we were working on the very core of the RPG engine and all the interactions, so it just took a great amount of time. But right now we are pretty satisfied, so we have to work a lot on balancing and adding more content. But the pipeline works, the RPG engine works, we have to just put, balance it a little bit better, in my opinion. But we have everything in place. We should be able to update much more frequently. Let's say once every.
No, hold on. You don't want to say that. You don't want to promise anything, because as soon as you promise anything, people are gonna get mad.
No, but they already the Italian community, all the followers are bashing us when we are late, so it's okay.
Ugh.
They know it's fine. We encourage them in really, if we are late, just be pissed, because we don't have to be. So we're actually doing our best. We try to be very open with our community, because things happen and being late happens in game development. So we're doing our best. Sometimes our best is not good enough, but we're improving.
Oh no. Seeker wants to know if coins will vanish from the ground, and I believe they do over time.
Yes, they do, and a lot of our fans are not happy about it. So probably, I don't know, we're probably gonna increase the vanishing time by 10 times. We cannot.
Also, they're not coins; they're salami.
They're salamis, of course, because our studio is based in Bologna. So what do you want?
Of course it is.
So salami is actually a tribute to another comic book artist from Italy from the 60s. It was called Jacoviti, and he has all these salamis going around in all these comics. So we wanted to, and it's one of CEO's main references, because it was nonsense. He had this nonsense humor in his comics, so it's one of the main references for CEO's work.
Okay, so do CEO's comics, are they like in English? Like, could I go read them, or am I just like?
He's working on his internationalization, but right now his comics are only in Italian. So this could be the very first thing, among the very first things he does on an international level. He has actually an international YouTube channel with some videos, but the main bulk of his work is in Italian.
This room that you've done right here is real mean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Real mean. Oh god.
Yes.
Nailed it. I just want to get out of here. Oh god. Oh god. This is not going well for me. It's a game kit indeed.
It is. You can eat it if you want to get, but it's not healthy.
Yeah, well, you can eat anything you want.
Yeah, but this has the game kit as a special effect.
Really? Maybe I should have done that instead of sacrificing it to. What? Okay. This room is stressing me right now. Like, oh god. Oh, who's shooting at me now? Oh. Elderly Powier. Yeah, crushing it. I'm trying to like think of cool things to ask you at the same time as I'm like navigating this incredibly complex room. Yeah. So. Oh no, go ahead.
So I'm using the exposure of this stream to ask some question myself to the community.
Oh, do it.
Because we're in a very focal point now of development where we have to understand where we want to steer the game, the very core of the RPG progression of the game. So the thing is, this game is very, very action-oriented in how it how the gameplay unfolds, basically. And but we also have an itemization that is very in-depth. So every item can have a lot of different statistics, a lot of different things that empower your character. But the thing is, we are not super sure increasing the complexity of the RPG part is the right direction. Because the story mode is going to be much more about exploration and actually talking to characters and narrating something funny, okay? And while the core gameplay is this action RPG kind of things we are working on. So what we're trying to understand is, should we go full RPG or maybe we should be more light on it, because right now we have all the inventory that you can open, look for the stats, but most of the players don't use it. And in multiplayer, some of our friends that are testing the game intensively, they told us, you know, that inventory, it's really in the middle of the fun. It's really not the right. So we're trying to understand, what should we do? So what do you guys in the chat think? It's because the game looks a lot like an Zelda-ish action adventure and a lot less like, I don't know, Diablo. Okay, so and the visuals play an important part in this decision, because if a game doesn't look like something that people know, I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, maybe we're going to do something that is not what they expect. So this is, yeah, this is the life of a game developer, thinking of these kind of things all the time. What do players want, actually?
Well, what players want, they'll never know. That's how it works. Picking up all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I think that's an interesting kind of conundrum. Oh, I got Grandpa's underpants. I mean, I think that, like, looks like chat's saying prefer more fighting and less managing in the game. And apparently I just discovered the panic button, and it is my favorite thing. I just make Grandpa yell.
We just added the panic button. It's on one of the main features of the new release.
Yeah, it is the best. Ooh, crypt. What's this other one here? 2 rocks. Oh, vegetables. All right, let's do this one. Yeah, that's a really interesting kind of thing. I mean, just from my perspective, I really like collecting like the new items, and I think they're fun and silly, and like all the armor. And I find that, like, as I'm playing through it, I don't know that I care as much about the stats as much as I'm like, yeah, this one's Grandpa's underwear. Let's put it on his head. So I don't know how valuable that is.
Exactly. Well, that we call this kind of decision the Isaac direction or the Diablo direction. This, of course, is exaggerated, but the idea is, should we work more on something that makes items a lot more fun more fun, interesting, and let's say in depth in the action aspect? So every item you find does something different or silly or specific, or should we go more for stats? So maybe we have a game that has a better progression, but overall it's more boring. So we're trying to understand where do we want to go, and it's kind of difficult also because we don't want to have too much action or too much RPG gets in the way of the story. So it's a very the next few weeks are gonna be very, very important.
So no pressure. But this is kind of a big deal.
Yes, also with GDC along the way, it's gonna be very complex.
Oh God, yeah, I hear that. GDC is is a nightmare. Got so much work to do.
Luckily, we have a good friend in San Francisco that we meet every year that we go to GDC. So it makes all the I mean, work stuff that you do much more
Yeah.
easy to bear.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I'm based out of San Francisco, and so GDC is mostly just like my time to hang out with all of my friends who are in town. But yeah, it's it is a stressful time.
Yeah.
It looks like chat seems. I don't want to like editorialize too much, but it sounds like chat's interested in the things being cool method of items versus things being numbers. Ooh,
Yes.
Oh god, is this a bird with wheel? This is a very silly video game.
Yes, it's a bird with wheels.
That
So-
potato has dice for wheels.
Yes.
Video games, y'all.
Because why not? What else should it have for wheels? A potato.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, either I do, apparently.
There's a room where you can buy items. I don't know if there are. They changed or unsoldable, but to know if something changed or was going to change. It's interesting thing that Pacha in chat saying.
Oh yeah, I get it. Pacha is one of our like first day fans. It's been supporting us since like the very beginning of our crowdfunding campaign. So he's like our.
Oh, for the. I was gonna. Sorry, the Italian crowdfunding campaign, right?
Yes,
I was
and yeah. Sorry? And it was like so every time we work on something, he is like our guardian. Every time, hey, watch out for this. So it's like a super invaluable member of our community.
That's always good to have.
So yeah, you cannot be in the game. There's not yet the option to sell all the items that you find, and there's something we have to solve with this. Upgrading. One of the things we have to do when we do upgrade the progression options of the characters, and by upgrade I mean we find the way we wanted the game to be for the final release. That's when we are going to introduce a way to sell all the items that you find, because until we have figured out the final way in which the game economy is going to work, we don't want to put too many features in, because otherwise we would be forced to like build them twice, so it's not optimal.
That's no good.
So-
Just sitting there burning time. Ooh.
Yes. So we have to figure out the complete game economy, and then we can actually make people sell items.
Yeah. Ugh. But it's all about that salami. You gotta get salami, get paid.
Yes, of course.
Ooh. How much variety is there for attacking outside of throwing objects and the little slash? Is there a range attacking character? You might be able to speak more to this, but the actual sword I picked up was an item. So is there like plans for more like weapons that you can pick up, or?
Yeah, there are actually a lot of weapons already. The weapons are divided in maybe four main categories. Okay, so you have like fast weapons, say like daggers, or standard weapons like the sword you're using, or heavy weapons. Let's say you fight a huge mace made of rock, and then you have ranged weapons. So you can find like shurikens or pirate guns, things like that.
So like this guy who's wrecking me right now with his carrot gun.
I don't know if you can find a carrot gun, but I think so. I don't remember if I put it in the game already. You should be able to find a carrot gun, but it's probably gonna be an expensive item.
Yeah,
and
it's wrecking me right now.
Right now we have I think 300 different items in game.
Whoa!
And that's the whole point of what I was talking about before. The thing is, right now we have this huge amount of items, but some of them work really well because they are very different, but many are just the same item with different stats in it. So it works because you maybe find an item that is the same as the one you had before, but is more powerful. But for how the game plays, so it's very action oriented. It's very immediate. we found that all the RPG part is kind of getting in the way. So we're trying to understand how do we keep the RPG strong while preserving the fun and the pacing of the game that we have now, and that we find it working. So that's
a really
the
tough
whole.
decision.
that's the decision we're working very hard in these days.
Yeah, that's. Ooh, I don't envy your decisions you have to make.
It's
About
actually
rock hats.
the great part of making video games. It's I love that, but it's complicated. Also because we have a very, I mean, as an indie team, we don't have a proper hierarchy. Okay, so everyone in the team gets to speak about the game design, and CEO too, because it's his game. So we have all these different ideas and gaming backgrounds that come into play all the time when we're trying to make a decision, and it gets sometimes messy. Also because as Italians, we like to speak really a lot, so you can imagine the complications that ensue when you're trying to figure out something. There are infinite speeches that are with everyone theorizing about the universe every time we have to make a decision. But that's one of the things that I think when we finally find a solution, it's one of the things that makes our team. I mean, I don't want to brag or say something that we are good, because I don't know if we are. But one of the things that makes our team, that makes the how do you say that in English? The way we are. I mean, it defines us. So all this being very, very democratic in what we do.
Ooh, oh god, I got jelly on the floor. It's getting me Yeah, I think that's really important, right? We were talking about it a little bit before. We were talking about Shrug Island, about you got to make a game kind of for you, and when you join a team, you really want that to be a team, right? And not just like a bunch of people making one person's idea of a game, because that's no fun. Everybody's gonna get grumpy.
Yes. No. Yes. And also, I'm not that good, so I'm very lucky that they have more people helping me not make every wrong decision possible.
Oh, man, that's what I'm saying. If you surround yourself with smart people, eventually you can trick people into thinking that you're smart too. It's great.
Yes, that's the thing that I love about the team that we are lucky to have built in these few years.
It's called the theory of intelligence camouflage. Ooh. Yeah, this is uh-oh, are we... Oh, we're running up on time here, I think, so we should probably...
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The hour goes by so quickly.
I know. I'm murdering potatoes with dice wheels. Yeah.
That's our game. Yes, you're murdering potatoes with dice wheels. We should put that on somewhere.
Dude, if you want some box quotes, I'm willing to throw some out for you right now. It's like, man, this game is crazy. This game has at least 300% more potatoes than other games. I don't know. What is even I can't... when I was in games journalism, I used to be able to pull box quotes like crazy. I can't even think of things. You can move a lever in this game. Like, that's exciting, right? That's
maybe
a thing
two.
Want to see. Maybe two. Okay. Up to 2 levers. Possibly more. Ooh, I think this is a boss here? Oh, is this...
Yes.
All right, so we can...
I see a little crown.
knock this guy out real quick, and we can get you on your way here so you can go and enjoy your Italian evenings here, which I'm guessing are better than my disgusting American evenings.
No, why they would be?
Oh, it's San Francisco. It's a beautiful, terrible city.
San Francisco, why?
I'm trying to not get murdered by these strawberries. Oh god.
So, Marco, do you have any last things you wanted to say, or anything about the game, or the studio, or anything as far as the internet goes?
I wanted to thank everyone, you, Alex, and Spencer for streaming with us, and all the people in the chat, and all our backers. because they're out there. I see a couple of them in the chat too. And thank you everyone for helping us get this game to this point and to the final release. So I want to thank everyone for letting us be game developers.
Well, thanks for stubbornly remaining game developers. I know it's hard